everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bill Atkins, and this is Banished to the Basement, where we just choose random subjects to talk about and get your feedback on them. Today we're going into survivalism again, and we're going to talk about a bug out bag. A bug out bag is something you would put together for cases of like civil unrest, riots and stuff like that. You got to get out of town, get yourself to safety. It has all the components you need to survive for a few days away. Okay, you might not be able to bug out. You might have to fortify at home and sit down. But it's a bug out bag can be an option in case you start to get overrun. So let's look at what we need in our bug out bag. All right. Okay. First off, let's talk about air quality. You get bad air. You need to filter the air, or maybe tear gas or something like that. All right. Here for filtering dust particles and things, we have this. This is a respirator. A lot of times you use it when you're spraying paint and stuff like that. Okay, that's not a gas mask. Okay. This is a gas mask, and here's a filter for it. Okay, that'll protect you from any type of gas agent. Okay. All right, so that's your air filtration. Next thing, let's look at shelter. What kind of shelter we might want? Okay, you're gonna need a tent. This Mylar tent right here. This reflects back 90% of your body heat. Keeps you protected. It's got the cordage with it. You can make a pup tent out of it. You sleep in there comfortably. I also have a space blanket. A lot of people are familiar with the space blanket. Also, same, reflects back 90% of the heat. And then there's this. This is called a bivy bag. It also reflects back heat. Not sure if it's true or not, but I saw a commercial where a guy was in one of these and he was sitting in a tub of ice water, and he said he wasn't even cold. So it's an emergency rescue blanket to keep the elements off you if you're stranded somewhere. All right. Okay. So that's a good thing to have. Next thing, we'll look at water. Water filtration. Gathering water, getting water filtration. Now, you can use a canteen with a cup, so you can boil the water to purify it. That's the best way to purify your water. But if you don't have something like that, you can look at this. This is called a Sawyer water filter. As you can see, it's got a straw, it's got the unit, and it has a bag here. So you need something. You're going to need something. If you can't, you're not going to be able to sit still. So you're going to have to keep moving. So you're going to need something to carry a little bit of water in. Sawyer comes with this little bag. Unscrew the cap on the bag. You can dip it into the water, into a river or stream, lake, or whatever. And then the Sawyer screws right on top of it. All right, and you can pop this cap on top. You can put the straw on or not, whatever you want to do. Once your water bottle is full, you can take your Sawyer off. Cap it back up, and you've got a bag of water to carry along. And then anytime you want to drink it, you drink it through the Sawyer, and it filters water. It filters water as you drink it. Okay, that's your water. Now we want to look at maybe a little bit of warmth, right? You want a little extra something for the warmth. Okay, so let's look at things like this. We have hand warmers. We have foot warmers. And we have, this is a peel and stick body warmer that you put right in your body to keep you warm. Okay, that stuff there. These are essentials we're going through. Now we'll talk more about other things extra that you might want to put in there. Okay, but it's going to depend on how heavy you want your bug out bag to be. All right. So now we're going to move on, and we're going to go to fire making. Okay, I've thrown a few things up here for fire making on the table. First, I'll go through this little tin right here. What you see here, these are fire starters, and they burn for a good long time, so you can get a fire going. Another thing you put in there, I put a couple of small candles, because a lot of times your match gets blown out. You might want to light a candle first, and use the candle to light your fire. waterproof matches. You can waterproof matches on your own. You don't have to go out and buy them. You can just melt some wax and dip the heads in. Cigarette lighters. I put a striker in for the matches. And then I have this. It's a little lens, like a magnifying lens. You can put this over your point where you want to light, and there you go. So there's that tin right there. Now, next I have it right here. This is a fire starting mechanism here. Take the top off. Right, you have a flint in there. It's like a lighter. All right. The inside of the tube, there are fire starters, similar to what we have here, right? So we just lay that down and strike it with this. You got it. And then here's the ferrocerium rod. Okay. These work great for fires, to make fires. You just put your tinder down and strike it. And that'll start a fire. Now, if you can't get any of these, another option for you, which is really good, is you can just stuff in a bag of good old dryer lint. It makes an awesome starter for your fire. Right? And that's our fire. Those items right there. There are other things you can do to make fire, but we're going to just stick with those for right now, right? And we'll talk about other things. Okay, now let's move into the next couple of subjects. Okay, we want first aid, right? This first aid kit. I've just added painkillers and antacids to them because they didn't have it in there. Sling, you can make a sling out of about everything, anything like a t-shirt or your cordage, whatever. You can make yourself a sling if you needed it. All right. One thing I don't have, you're going to want maybe some sunblock. All right. Sunblock would work, and a pair of goggles to protect your eyes from the bright sun. Right. And how about food? You're going to want to put together a 72-hour supply of food to go into your pack as well. And then something to catch your food with. I have here, this is my fishing and trapping kit. I have fishing line, I have a fishing kit here, and I have wire to make snares in case I need to go for a small game or something. Right there. Now the fishing kit's pretty simple. I just used a piece of duct tape. I stuck some hooks and sinkers and leaders to it, and then laid a piece of plastic over it from like an old sandwich bag, right, to cover it up. And then I just put some line on a little piece of cardboard that I cut a couple notches into. You stick it into there. Then I got a little bag in here with some extra sinkers and leaders and stuff. All right, that's my fishing kit. That's to get food. So you use a 72-hour supply to keep you going until you can actually start catching your own food. All right. Now lighting. I have this old style military crookneck flashlight. Comes in handy all the time. Then in the survival kit, you've seen this should be familiar to some people who've seen this before. In my survival kit, I have more fishing line. I have another flashlight, smaller flashlight. Right? And then also for fishing, I have this. This is called a Ready Man card. All right. And what it has, if you look, it's got fishing hooks, leaders, spearheads for frog spearing, everything else you want in there. It's got a little saw down there at the bottom. But that could come in handy if you needed to go like frog spearing or whatever you want to do. Alright, so that's another part of the fishing kit. Alright, and that goes in this little card. That's something else I added to my survival kit. Now, So that's two forms of lighting. We got first aid kit, got food covered. All right. So that should cover us on that subject, and we'll move on. Okay, now we're going to look at defense. Okay. All right. Okay. So how's a knife? This is like my favorite knife. This is made by Colt. It's full tang, so it's just a big hunk of metal with handles that hook to the side. Great for batoning firewood or self-defense. All right. Now, other than the Colt, I also have a tactical folder right here. There's a way to protect. The strike pen. This strike pen is pretty cool. It's got a sharp point at the one end here. You can open it up. Takes a while to open it up. It works like a regular pen as well. You use it for striking or whatever else. That's it. Some of these tack pens have blades inside of them and stuff like that. I've got some of those as well. All right. Flashlight. Your small flashlight has a strobing feature. You use a strobe to disorient. Okay. In my case, I would probably want to carry along something else, like a firearm or a telescoping baton or something like that. That's another way to defend. All right. And also, if you have a cell phone on you, you can get yourself rescued pretty quick if you have one of these. Some people have seen these too. This is a solar power bank. This charges itself from solar, or you can go back in the back and open it up and it'll charge from the USB port on your computer or whatever. It will also charge your cell phone. If you're out there and you're getting low on charge, you can hook your cell phone up to it and charge your cell phone through this little cable. All right, a micro USB and two regular USBs in here. All right, so that's a way to charge up your cell phone if you have your cell phone. All right. The whistle, you use a rescue whistle. So we'll go back to the survival kit, which goes into my Bugout. This has got a rescue whistle with it. I'm not gonna blow the whistle because it might be a little bit too loud for some people. But there's a rescue whistle there. Right? That's some other stuff you want to think about. Next we have, let's look at the multi-purpose tools. Okay? Move all this up here for a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's look at clothing for a second. You're going to want an extra change of clothing in your bag. Okay, I've got all my stuff like vacuum seal. You don't have to vacuum seal it if you don't room in your bag. And everything I need to change here. So the fact that I wouldn't put in like a big bulky pair of jeans, right? I would go with something like sweatpants or maybe some like fleece type of pajamas or something. That should be enough to keep you warm until you get your other clothes dried out by your fire or whatever. Okay. Also, head gear. I've got what you saw wearing. Got the headgear. All right. And we're going to want the waterproof jacket. They say waterproof jacket. This is a poncho. There's ways to waterproof. There's some stuff out there called Camp Dry. You can get it. You can wash your jacket, spray it with Camp Dry, and make that waterproof. But you got a poncho. If you don't have that, you can get one of these little ponchos for really, really cheap. This is like at a dollar store or something. You get these. They don't cost that much. All right. So there will be for your clothing. Now, how about the multi-purpose tools? Okay. I have a miniature shovel. Pull it out. Unfold it. to release the nut down in here. Release the nut down here, and the whole thing will unfold. Open. There we go. There we go. Use it as a shovel this way, or you can turn it this way and turn it into a pickaxe. All right, once you tighten that down. All right, it has a small extension. It screws into it. And there you are. Shovel, pickaxe, whatever. All right. Have a multi-tool. A lot of people have seen those. Here it comes down to pliers, and then it's got a knife blade and a saw and screwdriver tips and stuff on it. That's your multi-tool. I have a hatchet for cutting wood and stuff. This hatchet, it's pretty handy because aside from the hatchet, you can also take the bottom cover and you have a small wood saw. Alright? Come in real handy. Okay, put that back together. Alright. Another thing I have here, I neglected to talk to you about, this solar charger is also another flashlight that you can use. You might want a little bit of duct tape. This would be for like repairing your tent, whatever, or repairing holes in your pants or shirt or whatever. Okay. That's it for that section. I think we've just about covered everything, except when you go like the first aid. I told you add insect repellent. Also, and sunblock. Add sunblock. Also add burn gel. All right, that might come in handy for you. All right, and this is by no means everything that you put into the kit. Okay, it just depends on how big your bag is and what you want. Okay, so paracord is another thing right here that will come in real good for lots of different things you can use paracord for. Tying off the tent, whatever. These are just like some of the essentials. There are other things that's on the list, but they're really not all that essential. In fact, you could go. Compass is on the list. Compass and a map of the area. You have to practice for good on your navigation skills. Do that. I'll come back in another video and I'll show you some alternatives to all this stuff. And that's it for now. If you really like this video, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. If you have subscribed, give me a like and get ready for the next one. So if you haven't subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let me know if you like it. Alright? Everyone have a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you on the next video.